Used to be that one of the worst things you could say about somebody was that the Peter principle applied to them. What's the Peter principle? That is that it's a management idea that people rise to the level of incompetency. That when you show that you're good at something, you get promoted, and then you finally stop getting promoted when you're no longer competent at your level. Well, if you think about Hillary's career, you realize she's not even Peter's principle. She's been incompetent at every single level of her life, but she keeps getting promoted. It's amazing. And the question America has to ask is, would you still promote her now, even though she was the worst Secretary of State ever? Well, take her first thing. She was a lawyer, nearly disbarred. Remember the case where she got a rapist off, and then there's videos of her laughing about getting the rapist off? And then she went to work for the Watergate Committee and got fired for unethical behavior from there. And then she was the first lady, and Bill gave her health care to take care of, and she totally botched that. And then for her reward for standing by Bill and the 2,000 women he slept with and the 20 that filed abuse complaints and said that some said that he raped them, and she attacked the women's credibility instead of attacking Bill. Her reward was getting the Senate seat in New York, or a state she never lived in, through no merit of her own. And during the 8 years she was the senator there, no legislation, nothing. She did nothing. Completely incompetent legislator. And then, again, she gets the Secretary of State thing because she loses the nomination to Obama that everybody said was hers for the taking. Incompetent running for that office. And then she was the worst Secretary of State ever. The Russian reset thing, and Russia continues to expand. They were kept out of the Middle East for 70 years until her. China's expanding in the South China Sea. Iran nuclear deal was birthed under her. She was the architect of that. North Korea continues to flex its muscles. Israel became, for the first time in modern history, to be the whipping boy of the administration. You know, when she screamed at Bibi for an hour for building apartments in Jerusalem. Jerusalem's only been the capital of the Jewish people for 3,000 years. What right does she have to scream at him about Jerusalem? And then when she justified Hamas sending 10,000 missiles at Israel, Hamas, the terrorist group that openly says they want every Jew dead, they sent their missiles from schools and hospitals. And she said, oh, that's understandable. It's a small place. I mean, craziness. And then under her watch, Libya, Syria, Yemen, and Iraq all fell apart and became under Iran's influence. And they became, and ISIS was birthed while she was Secretary of State because of their incompetency. And Al-Qaeda went on the march. She lied at Benghazi to protect Obama because Al-Qaeda was growing. So she blamed it on a video instead of saying what she knew to be true, which is that Al-Qaeda was behind it. And then they take credit for bin Laden when she and Obama were against every single means that our security apparatus used to find Obama, to find bin Laden. And then the bribes she took when she was Secretary of State, hundreds of millions of dollars from enemy nations to her phony charitable foundation. What is that if not bribes? And then her email scandal on her private server. She's just lying when she says there was no information marked classified. Doesn't mean it wasn't classified. They were our top secrets. We find out now that CIA operatives' names were on there, the drone information, and she claiming she couldn't tell that was classified. She's only the top diplomat in the United States. What an idiot. Or she's just lying, which of course she is. And then she says that other secretaries of state had private emails too. That's not the point. Nobody else had a private server. And she kept it in her bathroom closet. So she was the most incompetent and dangerous Secretary of State we've ever had. Now, would you promote somebody to a more important position, the most important position in the free world, who's been incompetent at every single level? I mean, I could just see Donald Trump saying, I wouldn't promote somebody like that in my business. She certainly doesn't deserve a promotion. She deserves a demotion to a jail cell. That's what she deserves. But she is not even Peter Principle. She has been incompetent at every single level she's ever been at. But somehow, because of the Clinton phony magic with the liberals, keeps getting promoted. Well, this has got to stop. No more promotions for this criminal.